In general, your expression of what you would call violence towards one another, towards your environment, and towards yourselves, for we will remind you that your violence is always first directed toward the self from within. It is, in general, this response to a feeling of sorts of lack in you in some ways, a illusion of disconnect, of separation that does not exist for you as the energy beings that you actually are, but is a condition that you have, shall we say, chosen and created in the human incarnate state as the greater challenge for you in finding your way, in remembering yourselves as who you truly are. This can and does lead to what you would call murder, or the killing of one another, or other life forms on your planet. However, we will remind you that there is no actual death to experience other than that illusion as such, as the human incarnate state of being, which in actuality becomes a transformative event, a moment of transformation back into your energetic state, towards the more truer state of who you are, and closer again yet to the oneness. And so this is the general idea around what you would call your concept of violence, and it stems from these feelings of lack and separation, of not feeling the unconditional love which is you, which is always flowing to you and through you. You do not cut this flow off from yourself, but you can ignore it. You can have the illusion that it is no longer flowing to you, and to rebalance this situation, you would merely need then to put your awareness back on the idea of flow of unconditional love energy to you and through you once again, for it is inexhaustible. Now, there are other circumstances as well in your deciding and choosing to experience certain things in the incarnate state of being, experiences which will help you grow and expand and deepen your knowledge of life itself and of beingness and becoming. And so you can create contracts with one another where, in order to balance certain energies, one would agree then to perhaps end the so-called state of incarnate being of another for the purposes of the experience, or for the purposes of rebalancing energy states. However, these contracts are not necessarily binding. You always have that choice to not fulfill that contract. It is not in your natural state of being, shall we say, as energy beings, to kill, as you would say, or be violent towards anything. For you cannot kill eternity. You cannot kill that what is. That what is, and that what is eternal. The concept for many of you as energetic beings and us simply does not truly exist, except in these, shall we say, games or incarnate states, in these illusionary energetic constructs, in which then you can have the experience or illusion of ending, the illusion of violence, the illusion of pain. And again, we do not mean to minimize your experiences, for you have chosen and created them because of their importance. We simply wish you to understand from the broader perspective their greater meaning. Your pain is valuable. It is, in essence, then, a real experience for you as such. In other words, you are feeling it, you are growing from it, you are expanding yourselves through it. However, it is not a natural state of your energy. And so, this idea of violence and killing, as you would put forth, is simply a construct, and it has many levels and reasons, the biggest being that of a feeling of disconnection from source or lack, the feeling you often would call loneliness or lack of love, as its primary cause. For those of you feeling great love in your hearts, even if you were alone, do not find it natural or even considerable to be in that violent state. Your natural state is one of caring for self, of unconditional love, and of caring for one another.